it seems like quite a sweet story about a young family having so many different emotions about what's happening. My heart is pounding like crazy. Like, too much has happened. Hi guys, welcome to another video. Today, as you can see from the title, I am going to be attempting to read a Stephen King horror book. Now, I am a scaredy cat. I cannot watch horror movies. They scare the crap out of me. And even like thrillers, I can hardly stand watching those because, again, they scare the crap out of me. So, you know, I'm not the best with scary stuff. I get scared extremely easily. However, having said that, I love reading and I really want to read a horror book because I've never done that before. And, you know, what's the best way to do it, to read your first horror book, than to read a Stephen King horror book? And as we all know, he has an array of horror books that he has written. He is obviously a very amazing writer. He has written, I don't know how many books he has written, but many, and he is very well known for his horror novels. And with that being said, I have a few of his horror books that I've not touched. I've got The Shining, I have It, and I have Pet Sematary. Out of all these three, I have chosen Pet Sematary. I am excited, scared, terrified, and can't wait to like just start it, you know, get into this bad boy. I don't really know what it's about. I don't really know what the scary bit is. Is it to do with the pets? Is it to do with the cemetery? Is it to do with both? Possibly. So we're gonna see today in this reading vlog on how I'm gonna deal with it, and I'm gonna take you guys through with this book, and I'm so excited. I'm actually really excited about this. So just a quick kind of what my knowledge is about this book, what I think this book is about. I believe it's about a young family who move into this new house. They struck up like a friendship with their neighbors, and one of the neighbors informed them that, hey, you know, in this road, this street, a lot of the neighborhood pets, they unfortunately get killed because of the cars that go by. So the neighborhood kids, they would bury their pets at this pet cemetery that is close by. And so that's my only knowledge about it, and I guess scary shit happens that I'm about to understand and know what's gonna happen. But anyway, that's all I know. I'm so excited. Can you tell from my face how excited I am? I'm excited. So yeah, so we're going to read this. I'm scared, and that's it. I'll see you on the other side. Okay, so I am on chapter 8, and there's nothing scary about it so far. Like, it seems like quite a sweet story about a young family and like a really nice neighbor that they've just met. Like, that's it so far. But then it's a horror, so Stephen King's gonna do something or another, and I'm a bit scared. What's gonna happen to the family and the cat? Because I have a cat called Winston Churchill, and it's a pet cemetery, so I'm a bit worried about the cat. Hello, it is I. It is cold, but I just read this quick sentence here that says, cats were the gangsters of the animal world, living outside the law and often dying there. Yep, that is That is definitely a gangster of the animal world. To be fair, he does look a bit like a gangster. Chillin'. Maui, are you the gangster of the animal world? I am on chapter 21, page 120, and it's still, there's like little spooky bits sprinkled in, but again, it's still just about this like sweet little family and how this doctor, our main character, is like helping people, saving people's lives, like his neighbor. It's like those kind of small things that's just kind of sweet. So I don't know. I'm a bit scared for this family now, for whatever it is that's to come, because clearly something is going to happen because it's a Stephen King and it's a horror, so something's gonna be happening. I just don't know what it is, and I'm kind of scared for the family, and I really like this family, which I didn't think that I would say for a Stephen King book, but there we are. It's really well written, like I mentioned. It's really quick read. You just can't help but keep reading. There's at no point where you really want to stop, because you really want to know what happens next, and you just want to know that the family's okay in every episode, in every chapter. You just literally just want to know that they're okay. Nothing bad has happened. I need to read the next chapter. I need to make sure that this family is okay, and it goes by so quickly. It just, the writing is so easy to read, so it just makes it seem like I'm just reading a nice wholesome book, but I know something's going to happen. I just don't know when it's going to happen, but it's going to hit me hard, probably. Yeah. Alright, I'll come in with a quick update already. It's Thanksgiving, and the family are going off to meet Rachel, which is the wife's parents, but Lewis is staying put by himself in the house, and I bet something's gonna happen now. Oh, something bad's gonna happen. He gonna be all on his own. He gonna be seeing shit. It's all happening. I can feel it. I can sense it. It's Stephen King. They have to be alone, right? They can't be with other people when shit goes down. So that's my prediction. Okay, this freaking book. It's been a while since I had last kind of picked this book up and like really read many pages. I've only been able to do like bits and bobs throughout this week because of work being so busy, and I really want to, because there are some things that are happening in this book right now that I didn't expect. They came out of nowhere. It's really sad. I don't know why Stephen King wants to do this to us, but he does, and he's great at it. He's great at making a scene. Oh, you know what he's really good at? Right, it's like he's really, number one, he's really good with his prose. He makes you feel like you are there. He makes the time go by really quickly when you're reading the book. And he's also the way he describes things happening, you can see it. You can see it in your mind's eye. And they're not, difficult. The words he uses isn't difficult to understand, but the way he uses them really hits like certain points of your mind, and the way you're able to like visualize the things that are happening. And I think that is a very special skill that Mr. King has. At this point in the book, I'm on chapter 37, page 272. I am just over halfway through, I would say, And man, the thing that has just happened at this point, dude, it just comes out from nowhere. And yeah, just so much stuff happening, and I don't know how I'm gonna cope with all the other stuff that's gonna happen in the next 200, probably just under 200 pages of this book. But I'm looking forward to reading it, that's for sure. So I'm gonna continue and I guess cry probably, or get spooked. Okay, it's the next day. I am on 300 and something page, 313. Read some more yesterday, reading some more today, and this damn book. Stephen King, right. So when he is writing from, what am I trying to say? So when Stephen King writes his characters and when they're talking, some of them would ramble on about a particular topic, or they'll kind of start describing things that are not necessarily related to the main story that they're trying to tell. And that's very realistic to a lot of people in real life when they're talking, and they end up kind of describing other things in detail when you want them to kind of come back to the main topic or the main story that they're trying to describe. And Stephen King does that really well, where it feels like a very realistic conversation. It's both good and bad. Good because it's very realistic. Bad, well, not bad, but like when I'm reading it, I kind of, in my mind, I'm also thinking, okay, come on, hurry up. Like, I want to get to the main thing that you're trying to tell us. But that's just my own opinion, and that's just something that I have noticed he does do with, I think, maybe one or a couple of his other books. I don't quite remember now at this point. Oh man, this novel, I'm having so many different emotions about what's happening. I'm still at the same spot of the situation, and I don't want to give it away. And then there's like another part where it's like, oh, you feel like a sudden relief, and then that relief is gone again. So the kind of roller coaster that this book takes you on is quite amazing, to be honest. And I have a feeling I know what's going to be coming up next. I have a feeling that the pet cemetery is going to be used for a very particular reason, and I'm not sure how I feel about that. I don't feel good about it, actually. Not that I don't know how I feel. I don't feel good about it, but I'm interested to see how he's going to write the next part of this book, because, I mean, how many pages? Yeah, I'm about 3/4 of the way through ish, so I got, I think, maybe 150 pages left. So I'm hoping to be able to bust that out today, so I can finish this book, because it is very good. And I did mention, I think yesterday, that it's like the way he writes, you can just keep reading it and not stop. But then, like, I don't know, maybe 20 minutes after I said that yesterday, I stopped reading it because I was so tired. But having said that, I am going to continue reading, clearly, and we're going to see how it goes. And I am scared for this family. You're attached to so many of them as well, but it's a Stephen King book, so something's going to happen to one or all of the characters, to be honest. But we'll see. Okay, so I'm like last 10 to 20 pages left of Pet Cemetery, and I'm really stressing out, and so much has happened in the last 100 pages that I just read, and I don't know how to like process it in my brain. And these characters, I'm really attached to like all of them, and it's not going, it's not, I don't know what to say without spoiling. My brain is like, my heart is pounding like crazy. I am trying to survive through the remaining like few chapters, and it's a struggle because it's so, or it's heart pounding, and I didn't realize that it would be like that. It's good, and I'm gonna finish this off. I'm gonna finish this bad boy off. I have to say, I've never been this stressed reading a book. This has got to be a first. I've finally finished The Pet Cemetery, and the ending is so creepy, sad. I don't know if I would use the word satisfying. I guess it wrapped it up all together, but this family, this poor family, and all the things that they have gone through, it was definitely creepy. It was creepy. I would say it was creepy and weird for like the first, for like 75%, 80%. And then it got really weird, and it got really creepy, and then it started to get a bit like, oh, what's going on? Like, why is this happening? And I really enjoyed that. I thought the level of creepiness and the level of kind of horror in this was the right level of what I like and enjoy, or at least what I'm able to read without getting too scared, because I am a scaredy cat. But this one, I would say, was definitely a very good introduction for me into Stephen King's horror novels. I wouldn't say this is a particular horror book. Definitely, would you say suspense? Definitely spooky and creepy and weird and what's going on kind of thing. But there's also a lot of parts where you feel a lot of emotions for the family. Lewis, Rachel, Gage and Ellie, like the whole little family there, and you just want the best for them, and then shit happens and it ruins everything. But this book is really good. I really enjoyed it. Probably give it like a 4.5, I would say, and definitely recommend for anyone who wants to get into horror. If you are a scaredy cat like me, I think you'll be able to read this. Like I said, I thoroughly enjoyed it, and I would highly recommend it. But that is it. That is the end of my video. I have finished Pet Sematary, my first horror book and my first Stephen King horror book as well. Absolutely enjoyed it. Definitely would recommend. I hope you have enjoyed this little reading vlog, and let me know if you've read this book before and what you thought of it. Let me know if you enjoy horror books and what other horror books that I should maybe read. See you in the next one. Bye!